Welcome to the lecture Requirements Activities. As a product owner or software product manager, your job here is to tease apart the client's wants from their needs. Wants are desired functions that they would like to see in the product, and needs are the core functions required to address the specific problem that the product is intended to solve. So these needs take priority. And why is that? Because they address what are the client's needs as opposed what would be considered valuable. This isn't to say that the client's desires are invalid or that they cannot be done. It's just to say that consideration must go into the product from the technical side to ensure that the product can be done with success. If you had simply asked the client what they want, you would only get a list of their desired functionality, instead of narrowing things down to what they need. This forces you into a corner and puts you in the places where you have to be reactive. But to be proactive, it's always best to go through this activity of requirements elicitation. Here you can pick apart the needs from the wants by really getting involved in the product's definition. And here is an example. Imagine that you are sitting with your client at a table for the first time to define your product. You start the conversation off like this. I'm excited to be working with you and I cannot wait this project to get started. Let's talk a little bit about what you would like to see in your product as a whole. And my team and I will try to give you some insights into the best way to create it. In this case, your clients are prepared. They pull out their list of features they would like to see in their product. You began to talk, and by the end of the conversation, you have determined that half of their features involve some sort of user interface design, whereas the other half involves what the end user or your client will do with the product to solve their problem. You all agree it's the best to go forward by addressing these end user needs first and by building an interface to suit those needs. If that turns out to be the same interface that was designed before, that's great. But don't limit yourself to specific design within your requirements. That is first a rule you should remember. You get some insights into your user needs throughout your client's interface design and add a few more requirements based on that. Both you and your client leave the meeting knowing exactly what to expect throughout the project. And what's more, you know that the things which are expected of you and your team are manageable. Because you helped to define what those expectations are, your client may not be getting the same user interface they designed, but they are not blown away nonetheless. They are confident that you know what you are doing and understand their end user needs. And what's more, they now see you as a collaborative, active leader, as opposed to someone who will just follow what they are told, even if that they are told won't bring out the best results. However, don't just throw away a client's proposed user interface design or other potential ones. While a particular interface may not be necessarily for the app to address clients' needs, they still provide incredibly useful for discussion and for developing other needs that might not have been noticed before. As you see, product development, especially software development, is an organized process featuring a series of phases. Grouped within each phase is a series of one or more activities, sets of related tasks. And requirements are establishing during activities at the beginning of the product development. It determines the purpose of the product and how the product can meet that purpose. And there are 5 important requirements activities: eliciting requirements, expressing requirements, prioritizing requirements, analyzing requirements, and managing requirements. With these activities, the right requirements can be established, written in proper form, and even improved.